We've all been there. That project you've been putting off. That task you keep avoiding. That dream you keep delaying. Procrastination is a universal struggle, but it's not just about laziness or poor time management. At its core, procrastination is a battle with ourselves, a clash between what we want to do and what we actually do. In this video, we'll explore the philosophical roots of procrastination and uncover timeless insights to help us overcome it. Procrastination isn't a modern problem. Even the ancient Greeks wrestled with it. The Greek philosopher Aristotle called it akrasia, the state of acting against one's better judgment. Why do we do things we know we'll regret? Why do we delay what's important for what's easy? Aristotle believed it's because our rational mind and our desires are often at odds. But how do we bridge this gap? How do we align our actions with our intentions? Let's turn to the Stoics for answers. The Stoics, like Epictetus, taught that the key to overcoming procrastination lies in focusing on what we can control. We can't control how we feel, whether we're motivated or not, but we can control our actions. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, imagining the consequences of procrastination, can also help. What will happen if you keep delaying? How will you feel about yourself? By focusing on the present moment and taking small, deliberate steps, we can break the cycle of procrastination. Existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Søren Kierkegaard saw procrastination as a symptom of a deeper issue, the fear of freedom and responsibility. Sartre believed that we're condemned to be free, that we must create our own meaning in life. But this freedom can be overwhelming. It's easier to delay than to face the weight of our choices. To overcome procrastination, we must embrace our freedom and take ownership of our actions. As Kierkegaard wrote, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. But how do we move forward when the task feels too big or too daunting? One of the most effective ways to overcome procrastination is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This approach is rooted in the philosophy of Kaizen, the Japanese concept of continuous improvement. Instead of focusing on the entire project, focus on the first step. As Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Celebrate each small victory and use the momentum to keep going. Remember, progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Mindfulness, a practice rooted in Buddhist philosophy, can also help us overcome procrastination. When we're mindful, we're fully present in the moment, free from distractions and self-judgment. By observing our thoughts and emotions without attachment, we can recognize the excuses we make and gently guide ourselves back to the task at hand. But what if the task itself feels meaningless or unfulfilling? Sometimes we procrastinate because we've lost sight of the why behind our actions. Why does this task matter? How does it align with our values and goals? The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche believed that having a strong why can help us endure any how. When we connect our tasks to a larger purpose, they become more meaningful and easier to tackle. Ask yourself, what's the bigger picture? How does this task contribute to my long-term goals or the person I want to become? By aligning your actions with your values, you can transform procrastination into purposeful action. Finally, it's important to practice self-compassion. Procrastination often comes with guilt and self-criticism, which only makes it harder to move forward. Instead of beating yourself up for procrastinating, treat yourself with kindness. Acknowledge your struggles, learn from them, and take the next step. As the Stoics taught, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Procrastination is a challenge we all face, but it's not insurmountable. By understanding its roots and applying philosophical insights, we can take control of our actions and live more intentionally. The journey of overcoming procrastination begins with a single step. So, what's one task you've been putting off? What's one small step you can take today? Remember, every step forward is a victory.